I don't think that there has ever been as much anticipation for a series as there is for the upcoming Kenobi series, which is set to release sometime in 2022. With Ewan McGregor returning as Obi-Wan and Hayden Christensen set to reprise his role as Anakin Skywalker, we've got a lot to look forward to. But, that being said, let's go over some things that we need to see in the Kenobi series. Darth Vader visits Padme's mausoleum. The Kenobi series is not only an excellent opportunity to explore Obi-Wan's mental and emotional state following the total destruction of everything he held dear, but also Anakin's.
That name no longer has any meaning for me.
Vader's emotional state. Yes, it takes place 8 years after Revenge of the Sith, so a good amount of time has passed. But you never really get over the death of your wife. I would know. It's been 8 years since my wife died in The Sims 3, and I'm still not over it. All jokes aside, it would be raw and powerful to see Vader visit Padme's mausoleum on Naboo. It would be a moment unlike anything we've seen from the Sith Lord on screen before, and we absolutely have to see it. And it's also rumored that this may actually be happening, so we'll just have to wait and see.
Clankers! Incoming!
Clone Wars Flashbacks. As a kid, I always wished that we got to see more of the Clone Wars in the prequels, and the Kenobi series is the perfect medium to finally grant me that childhood wish. Remember, Obi-Wan is in possession of Anakin's lightsaber. It would be a constant reminder of all the adventures they shared and the battles they fought in together. It would make so much sense if the lightsaber triggered various flashbacks of Kenobi and Skywalker together on adventures or in battles during the Clone Wars. Seeing Obi-Wan and Anakin in their Clone Wars armor in live action would be breathtaking. Maybe we'll finally get to learn about that business on Cato Nemoidia, which didn't count. Maybe we'll even get to see a younger Ahsoka. Qui-Gon Jinn. Well, we shouldn't really see him, but we should definitely hear him. We recently touched on this on the Evil Ewok podcast, so I'll just leave this here. Take it away, Kat.
I think it would be weird if he didn't. I would love that. I'm obsessed with Qui-Gon. He is truly one of my favorite characters, and I feel like it would make sense considering there is such that cliffhanger there with Yoda having that moment with Obi-Wan, and then ending of Revenge of the Sith, he's like, listen, I can force FaceTime with your deceased master, do you want to learn how to do this?
They set it up, so they should definitely follow through. Padme Amidala. Sort of. I think it would be interesting to see Vader be tormented by hallucinations or force visions of Padme, of what could have been. We've seen things like this in the comics, so perhaps they could draw from those. Furthermore, Natalie Portman has really not aged much at all, so it wouldn't look off. She's also returning to reprise her role as Jane Foster in the next Thor film, so it wouldn't be a stretch to imagine that she'd be open to coming back as Padme in a limited capacity. Satine Kryze. Wouldn't it be something if Satine finally made her live-action debut in the Kenobi series? It would make sense. It feels like this series is going to be about Kenobi dealing with the trauma of his past and figuring out how to persevere on the path of the Jedi. I would expect to see him haunted by visions of his past, visions that likely would include the death of the woman he loved at one point in time. If Satine were to appear though, who would play her? Well, I think the only woman for the job would be Cate Blanchett. After all, Satine was inspired by Blanchett and her performance as Queen Elizabeth in the films Elizabeth and Elizabeth the Golden Age. So those are just 5 things I'd love to see in the Kenobi series. There's honestly so much I'd like to see in this series that maybe I'll do a part 2 or something if you guys want it. Let me know what you want to see in the Kenobi series in the comments down below. Remember to like and subscribe to the channel. I'm Zach, and I'll see you in the future.